Ciao lovelies, it's Lunaria here, and today's video is going to be a little bit different. So a lot of times I talk about like playline dolls and dolls or figures or collections that are more for the, should I say young at heart, instead of the collector. Well, today I have something to show you guys that I'm really excited about, and I am partnered up with the vendor Tenacious toys, and I'm going to be reviewing one of their exclusive art dolls for you guys. I also have a discount code for you guys to save 10% on any of their exclusive art dolls on their site. Use code ONLYFUNTHINGS, all caps, no spaces, to get 10% off your order. And now I'm gonna unbox this for you guys. I'm really excited. I know I'm very like quiet, but I'm very hyped. So let's get into this. First and foremost, I like that it comes in a little coffin. You guys will see why. But the doll that I'm going to be reviewing is by KWESTONE, and the maker of these dolls in particular bases his designs off of shoe wear, and specifically like different fashions of shoes, different trends. So it's interesting to see kind of like what inspires people to make art dolls. For me personally, it's about like thinking about what I would have wanted to see in a doll as a kid, you know? But I think for others, it's an expression thing, you know? Oh, editing Luna's gonna be mad at me. Alright, so here is our box so far. His name is Deadstock. Nice. And so the side of the box says, "Caution, held within this vessel is the sole reaper of the shooniverse and the god of the impulse buy. Be warned, once released into your world, it will be hard to control or recontain." Interesting. Yeah, see, for ages 50 and up, this is a work of art, not a toy. So the artist that designed this is KWESTONE. It was produced by UVD Toys, and it was sculpted by, I think this is Nog Studio. So here is the logo for the line. Let's open this guy up. So first and foremost, we have this really cool box that hinges open like a coffin, which I find really cool. And here's our little friend. He is in some plastic to keep him nice and safe. Let me just free him gently from the box so that we can get to going to show you guys. Okay. Ooh. Dang. Already I'm like, dang, he feels really nicely made. Right away, I feel, I think this is a vinyl figure, but for a vinyl figure, the detail work is not bad. Sometimes it's harder to get details with vinyl, but I think it comes across really well, and he's got some articulation too, which is pretty nice. So he seems to have articulation at the shoulders just a little, so you can kind of move the arms, at the head slightly. There's no leg articulation or feet articulation, but again, this is more for the collectors. It's not something that you would give to a child or somebody who's playing like roughly with it, because it's more for display and less for use kind of thing. So he looks pretty awesome. So far he's got these blue pupils, and there's black scleras in the blue pupils. Ooh, I can't talk. He's got some lacing on his forehead, again, because the inspiration is fashion shoe lines, so it ties back to its inspiration. On the back, you've got the logo. You've also got these little indents that have more of the artist recognition on them as well. Looks like he's wearing a little hoodie. You have the little pull strings, and then on the back, it's like set up to look like that's a hood. He has the short sleeves with the stripes. Little nose, little teeth, because he's a little skull. He's got gloves on his hands, and one of his hands is in a pose that's like a point. The other one is in a pose to hold something. I will show you guys what he holds in a second. So the back of the hoodie says dead, which is cool. He has black pants, or whatever the undersuit is for him, and he has blue shoes that kind of remind me of Sonic. I like the little boxy shoes going on. If they were red, they definitely remind me of Sonic. So on the bottom of his feet, you can see here's where it says UVD Toys, and then on this side, this is the author's signature for KWESTONE. So Quest 1, sorry. This is his accessory. So I'm gonna put this in his hand like so. So he's got this. Let me try to be real careful, because I don't want to. There we go. So this his weapon's really cute. I'm sorry, I just was like, oh, that's adorable. So his weapon, here, let me not have him hold it so I can show you. So here is the part of, I think it's like the joke on like the spoof on like Nike, right? And it's being held by shoelaces. So you can see that the shoelaces are what makes the staff part of it, so he can hold this as like a scythe. That's so cute. I like the little details in this where it's like, you know, it really does match the theme like really well. So then you can have him standing and holding his scythe, and of course the key, like, interesting part of this that I really enjoy as well is that the display factor is great, right? So you can have him sit like this, for example, which, let me try that. So he has his hand out and his scythe down, but then you can also keep it safe from anything as well, because yes, you can technically display it in the box, although it is a little bit covered because the front lid of the box does cover the design. But there is a place where you can store it so that if it's not out on the shelf, it's safe in a box. Overall though, he's pretty cool. I think he's probably a touch too big for the dollhouse, just a smidge. He could probably fit into certain dollhouse scenes without looking too over scale, but I think his scale would work better with like 1/6 scale dolls. So that's fashion dolls, Chelsea dolls, but typically he's much shorter than them, but the problem is that him in terms of size I think fits 1/6 a lot more. So if you're looking to set him up in dioramas and you're looking for like accessories, things to put in the scene, I would gravitate towards like Chelsea doll accessories, or like arguably Barbie stuff, maybe. It would be a bit small, but it would fit like the general scale. So if you're looking to do photography in that regard, I would recommend that. But yeah, so thank you so much to Tenacious Toys for partnering with me for this video and letting me show you guys this awesome art doll. And as you guys know, I love to support other artists, I love to share other people's work, and most importantly, I really just like when people express themselves. I like when they're able to put their creativity into things that are tangible, and I personally am really like excited about the rise in art dolls in these spaces, because it introduces us to very new and creative concepts that we otherwise wouldn't see. So once again, yes, thank you for Tenacious Toys for sponsoring this video. You guys can use code ONLYFUNTHINGS, that is all caps, to get 10% off of the exclusives to the site. And yeah, so that is all I have to tell you lovelies today. So I'm gonna skip the self-promo stuff for OFT because I've done, you know, a little bit of a promoted type of video. So I'm gonna, instead of doing that, I'm just gonna get right to the self-care. So time for me to tell you to stay awesome, and remember to love yourself. Today's self-love lesson is that even if you feel like you're not making progress, or even if you feel like your growth isn't going at the rate that you want it to go, you're comparing yourself to past you, and you may look back and say, well, I could do all these different things, but how did you feel? As long as you're working towards a mental well-being, I think it's a success no matter what, as long as you're working towards your mental well-being. So don't get discouraged if you see other people at certain stages in life, or if you look back at yourself in certain stages of life and you see somebody different. Don't get discouraged by that. Change is natural and it's a part of life, and you're just improving every day. So thank you, lovely, so much for watching, and please remember to stay awesome and love yourself, and I will see you in the next video post or whatever comes next. So bye, lovelies.